Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are around the world. Welcome back to Family and Finance. My name is Rose Joshua, and today I have a beautiful, beautiful discussion that we're going to go through with this beautiful family. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So please be aware that this is a three-part series with this beautiful family I'm going to introduce to you. Part one, we're going to meet with mom today and amazingly beautiful, successful daughter. Part two, we're going to meet with dad and another amazingly beautiful daughter. Part three, we're going to meet with the whole family because there's a young man in the family, rising star as well. So please, pay attention to everything that's been said and let's go for a beautiful ride. Thank you so much, Mom and my princess, for joining us today. Everyone, please meet Majesty UGOCHUKWU, my princess Majesty, beautiful name,
Thank
and Mom Glory UGOCHUKWU Ochobi.
Thank you so much.
Please welcome to our show.
Thank you so much,
you
Dr.
so,
Rose.
so much. Thank
God
you for
bless you. God
having us.
bless you. So, guys, everyone, pay attention here. Majesty, I'm 61 years old. How old are you?
I'm 21 years old currently. Yes.
21. Okay. Majesty is a registered nurse.
Yes, ma'am.
Registered nurse, RN in Canada. Guys, RN is not easy. That means Bachelor of Science in Nursing from university. Okay. At
Yeah.
21. So, I mean, I'm blown away. So I'm gonna shut up and have you basically talk about this. How are you an RN in an age where everybody wants to be a YouTuber and TikToker? You're an RN at 21. Please, how is this? How did this happen? Tell us.
Thank you so much, Ma. Yes, so I graduated from my name is Majesty. Hello, everybody. I graduated from high school in 2022, and I had just turned 18 then.
Mhm.
Um, and by that point, by God's grace, I had already decided that I wanted to do nursing. And even during my grade 11 year, so when I was about 16, I had already looked into like, oh, where to apply and, was very on top of that. And so by the time I had graduated, I had already been set for me to go to the University of Lethbridge. Um, if I was in the normal stream, I should actually be doing my final semester of schooling right now and graduating just before I turn 22. However, I decided to fast track my program and I concluded last year actually. And so that's why I was able to because if I had finished on time, then I'd be an RN by 22. But because of that, that's why I'm here today as an RN at 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
RN at 21, fast tracked. You
Yes.
started looking in grade 11 at 16. That is super, super focused. And you know what they say, guys? They say behind every successful man, there's a woman. Behind every successful woman, there's a man. Behind every successful child, there are solid parents. So
Amen.
today, Mama Glory, please tell us, how did you raise such a successful child, RN at 21?
Thank you so much, Dr. Rose. I want to just appreciate God first, because without His support, I wouldn't be able to do what you're showcasing today.
Mhm.
So basically, for the parent side, one thing I want to stress is very good for parents to actually narrow down into their child, especially in those innocent age when they are busy displaying their natural gifting. So I
Mhm.
discovered that quickly in her.
Mhm.
She is very, very, very caring. She's
Mhm.
caring. She cares to a fault. Let me put it that way. Right. So, yeah. So I already knew this would be in the hospitality sector.
Mm.
So yeah, I have another daughter, like you said. I knew that one would not be in it. If that one tells me I want to be a nurse, I'm like, no. So,
You know your
so
kids. Yeah.
yeah, so I try to work with her and
Hmm.
support her talent, even as young as I think 12 or 11. She started doing daycare. I
Mm.
think 12, yeah. We made her to do her interest was she showed interest in daycare because she really loved taking care of kids. She's
Mm.
into caring a lot.
Yeah.
She bends over to accommodate people. So it was just there that this one, so I wasn't going to enforce my own um uh career choice
Yes.
on
Yes.
her. So
Yes.
I try to align with her natural endowment,
Hmm.
right? So we encouraged her, we registered her. She did a daycare course when she was 12, the US
Wow.
daycare course. And we encouraged
Wow.
her to, even I think when they were in back then called the thank God for the mayor at that time, there's what we
Hmm.
call Biz Kids, where they I think she can speak to that, where the mayor was trying to encourage entrepreneurship
Yes.
in children. So he opened it for people to join. My kids joined, my two daughters joined,
Hmm.
and they gave them, I think, $150 to invest. They took them through the process, but
Wow.
she's narrowed down to daycare
Wow.
even with that, So we
Mm.
supported her. I say we because my husband too was there
Yes, of course.
also. But I know sometimes kids are really close to the mom, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So yeah, I was always like whenever she comes in, even in church, she was in the children's department,
Wow. It
right?
is very natural.
In the man, yeah, so
Natural.
in the management side of it, at grade 6, she went to the children's department leader and asked if she could be in the children's department. So they're in
Wow.
Cold Lake, but the lady, the leader told her you have to be in grade 7 before you
Mm.
can be. So immediately she got to grade 7, she went back again.
Yes. Like I'm in grade 7 now. Come on.
Exactly. So
Wow.
another thing, yeah. So it's not, another thing I want to encourage parents is that it's not about you, the parent. It's all
Yes.
about the child, right? The reason
Yeah.
why I'm saying this is that church we were attending, my daughter was so entrenched, and it was a well-structured church.
Hmm.
So when we moved from that church to the Redeemed that God started up,
Yeah.
right? She didn't want to leave because
Right.
we could have just pulled that out and like okay because the new redeem didn't have any structure kind of at that time. There was
At
no
that time,
student
yes.
department, right? So like we could have just as an African parent, come, let's go to that church, but
Hmm. Yes.
we left her to still function in what her interest was. She enjoyed what she was doing. So
Mm.
like if we pulled her out, she would just be bored. So we left
Yes.
her. So she continued to the church until we moved out of Cold Lake. So we don't really see it as our own thing. We see it as
Hmm.
partnering with that child to
Yes.
groom that child in that area of interest. So coming to a choice of nurse, when she said she wanted to do nurse, I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Hmm.
I
Mm.
would have been surprised if you said otherwise
Yeah.
outside hospitality. So
Yes.
I wasn't surprised at all. And I said it is a very good gifting because she has another gifting about ministry. I said
Yeah.
it's good because it augments the other ministry that you have. So
Exactly.
while you love preaching, you can help people. While you are
Exactly.
helping people, you can preach to people, you can reach out to people.
You can
So
pray
yeah,
for them. Yeah.
that is how I work hand in hand with her. I didn't make it my thing. I made it there
Yes.
because I know some parents want to. Like some people will say, I wish I was an engineer, but now that I did not have the opportunity for whatever happens, maybe their parents or whatever didn't give them that opportunity.
Yes.
My child should be an engineer. It
Whether
shouldn't be
they
like
like it
me.
or not. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yes.
no, no, my husband and I are not like that. If my child said, I want to be a chef, we will support you to be a chef, but be the
Yes.
best at what you do and you stand out.
Wow. That's a lot that we parents, every parent, I hope you're listening, please, that's a lot that parents can learn from. So let's go back to Princess Majesty. Beautiful name. Eh? So, tell us about the journey to our end, because I know that we're talking about it now, we're celebrating, but I'm sure that behind the scenes, how was it? Was it easy? Was it hard? Tell us about it. Were there any times when you felt like quitting, and how did you overcome that? Talk about the journey with us. Yes.
Yes, for sure, ma. Yes, yes. It was not a straightforward journey at all.
Mm,
I would just like to mention this caveat, because it was really important and what kept me going. When I decided that I was going to actually do nursing, it wasn't a decision that I made like, oh, what am I good at? Let me do this. What am
mm,
I? I mean, I feel like that can work for some people. That's not how it was for me. Like what my mom said, like my true passion and my true heart is I love Jesus for the Lord. I
yes.
got to know Christ. Christ found me early.
Mm,
And I'm so
praise
grateful.
God.
And so I originally wanted to be an accountant, actually. I don't know if my mom knows that. I wanted to be an accountant.
No, I
Um,
don't.
Revelation
because
time.
I wanted to be an
I didn't see
accountant.
that coming.
I wanted to be an accountant at first because in my mind I thought that, oh, even when I'm broke, I can be near money, so I will not.
Mm,
That's literally what I told myself. But then when I
mm,
was in grade 8, I had the opportunity to do like a student internship for a family friend of ours, and it was bookkeeping. I didn't know that wasn't accounting, but in my mind, I thought this is what accounting is like, and I hated it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. This is
yeah.
horrible. And so then I scrapped the idea, but I didn't know what else I wanted to do. So up until grade 10, when I was like again, that 15, 16 years old age, I was then asking the Lord, like, Lord, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And I was just like thinking through different careers, and I felt the Lord lead me to nursing. And
Mm,
so, and even my mom knows, even down to the school that I picked out, where I was like praying about it, like, Lord, like, where do you actually want me to go? Because when I rededicated my life to Christ, I, like my mom knows, I almost like left nursing, because in my
mm,
mind I was like, wow, I want to do ministry, I want to do all these things for the Lord and everything.
yes.
But I thank God that, one of the lessons that He was teaching me was, submission. So I brought
Yeah.
it to my parents as well as to a mentor of mine, and then they helped me to see that ministry and schooling, and they are not antithetical to one another, right?
Mhm,
And it might be what the Lord wants, which it was. I was so grateful. So I went to the University of Lethbridge with those two things in mind, that this program is not just about me, but the Lord wants me to do this program. And
mm,
even where I am in school, the Lord wants me to do that. That being said, the journey was not easy at all. I
mm,
remember my first semester, I was trying to like read for like this exam, and like I just was like alone in my living room. I like looked at the page. I thought, oh, this book is small, but the words inside were so tiny.
yeah. Oh,
I was so overwhelmed. I was crying. I was just like, God, what the heck? Because my mom is not my none of my parents are in the healthcare field or even in the hospitality
mm-hmm.
field. Now being older, I know that even my auntie is, but at the time, like I didn't know anyone close to me that was like part of that like could share that with me. So I felt
Yeah.
like I felt really alone. And sometimes in class, when they will talk about a concept, people will be like, "Oh, I know that my mom was a nurse, so she's taught me this," or "My auntie was a
Uh,
nurse, she taught me this," or like, "Unfortunately, oh, my grandpa was sick or something, so I've seen this in the hospital. I've seen the way. Oh, why do you want to be a nurse? Because I've seen the way nurses took care of me." I did not have that story at all.
mm,
I would always be sitting there. I'll be like, "I don't know anything." I didn't know what
wow.
nursing was about. I didn't know what nursing was like, what it looked like in the day to day, right? Like that was not what actually, like I said, it was like I prayed and that's what came. So
Mm,
I felt a lot of the times, and I think I talked to my mom about it sometimes. That's a lot of times I felt like I was like out of place, like
mm,
within like with all my colleagues and everything. Like I'm like, am I even gonna be a good nurse? Like I don't even know what a nurse is meant to do. I've not had this experience before. Am I even made for this? Even when it comes to the subjects, by God's grace, I'm not I'm smart by God's grace.
yes, yes.
out of all of the subjects that I was great at, like biology and that kind of science area was one that I had to really work really hard to
Mm,
understand. So even during school, that's a lot of biology, right? During nursing, it
mm,
felt like I was like I'm striving, I'm working, and to me it looked as if everybody else was already had a leg up
mm.
in that area.
Yeah.
And but what actually kept me going and what actually brought me back was again about the fact that like I knew my why.
Mm.
If it was that
Yes.
I brought myself to this point or that I was the one that started like, oh, it's because I'm caring, let me go and do nursing. Because I'm nice, let me go and do nursing. That was not actually what was in my mind at all. If it was up to me, I
Mm,
loved math when I was in school. I'm very math logical minded and everything. So in my
mm-hmm.
mind, I was like, if it was like what made sense to me at the time, obviously you can see my parents haven't seen a different perspective. I didn't even know that they were looking at me like that. But
Mm,
the way that I saw myself, like I'm like, oh yeah, something logical, something mathematical, something like
yes.
that. But
Yes.
the Lord saw something completely different. And my parents even saw that even when I didn't see it. Um,
Yes.
but coming back to my why really helped me and really, really pushed me
Mm,
to just keep going and to trust the Lord that like, oh, after because in nursing you explore different aspects, right? You take
yeah.
care of older people,
Mm-hmm.
adults, children, different areas and different and
Yeah.
so I was like, I will just trust in the Lord that, the reason when He told me to come to nursing, I'm not going to be like depressed or anything. So that I'll find the type of nursing that actually works for who I am,
Yeah.
that uses my strengths. And I did, and the Lord is so faithful in that, and that can get me on a whole story. But I'm
Yeah.
currently doing labor and delivery nursing, and I will just
Labor and delivery. Whoa. So you see babies every day.
Yeah.
God's grace. So yes, help me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. So
Labor and delivery. That's amazing. And that's, like your mom was saying that you love kids. So labor and delivery brings you right there where you see babies being
yeah,
born. You help babies come, like, you were saying the other day, you help babies come into the world. That is
yes.
so cool.
Yes.
Wow.
And
And I just saw your face light up when you were
I
talking.
I really I can't even explain because during school you get to test different types of nursing, like I said, right? In the
Yes.
practical as well, not just theoretical. But my school curriculum, I only had one day, so like about 6 to 8 hours on a labor and a delivery unit. And even on that unit, I didn't get to see a delivery. So like
Mm,
even though like I was like, oh, I kind of like the one-on-one, I kind of like different aspects, but I didn't know whether I liked the core of it. But
mhm,
picking where I would preceptor is something that is of providence, meaning that like you don't at the end of the day, you don't get to pick the people on the big end, they get to pick for you. And so
mhm,
I just put labor and delivery there, just as like I was like, I mean, like I didn't hate it. Let me put it there. Like I wasn't gonna put it there, but I just put it. And the fact
mm,
that I got it, because it's a specialty as well, it's very rare to
yes.
get. It wasn't my first choice. It was like I put it at the bottom because I didn't think I was gonna get it. So when I got it, I
Wow.
was so happy because I was like, oh wow, like I know that God's intentional about me. So I was like, oh wow, thank you, Jesus. And then when I started working there, even on the unit that I'm working right now, it's like every time I'm on that unit, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is such a blessing. Like it's not easy at all. Again,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
sometimes I feel like, this nursing thing. I just know how to again like be kind and try to show the love of Christ and everything. But a lot of other things I'm just really like learning and really growing. But on this unit, I just give all the glory to God, honestly. And so
Wow.
I just want to encourage everybody, like, I think it's really important to know your why. And
Yes.
I will just say this, that there's no better why than Christ, right? Because every
Yes.
other why you can rethink it. You can be like, oh, like, was I actually even in the right state of mind when I was thinking this? Exactly. It's
That's
a
that's
little
amazing. That's amazing. Um, so that
Okay.
was amazing. That, Majesty, everyone, here is our 21-year-old registered nurse. Okay, listen to her. Especially young people, young people. So I'm gonna come back to mom. So mom, I know you gave some advice to parents, really focus on your children's natural inclinations, and all of that. What advice do you give to young people today? There's a very frightening trend that we see where young people these days want to be instant millionaire, instant YouTube success, like all kinds of social media stuff, not really focusing on school. So, what advice do you have for young people today?
I'm not against being a billionaire. I mean, and if you can make it very early, why not? But
Okay, okay. I take
yeah,
it all back.
yeah, if you can't, but legitimately,
Yes,
yeah. But one thing is, there's always you cannot build a house without a foundation.
right.
So there's always that basis. And
Mm,
I don't know, it's just that what the system or the society has really turned education to be. Like in my time, education was very interesting. You look forward to it. You
mhm.
had amenities, you had things in place, but in as much as, yes, the youth these days want to like that quick money, but I think the system too has something that we need
Yeah.
to do to really support them.
Mhm.
So education is very key. Education, I think we should begin to see education differently.
Yeah.
I see education as a springboard.
Yes.
Education is not supposed to lock you up,
Mhm.
right? Education is supposed to refine your talent. The Bible said that a man's talent maketh a way for him. So
Yes.
Mm,
education is supposed to refine you and
Yes.
help you to follow your passion on that path,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So because some people have seen education as like a trap, it's not
Mm,
interesting. I don't want to go
mm,
this way. But parents too have a part to play to
mm,
work with your kids.
mhm,
Support what they want to do, not
mm.
what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories where children, of course, when they are young, they are at the parents' mercy, so to
Mhm.
speak. And because I want to please my parents, and they go through the whole 4 years, right? And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I've heard a doctor, somebody studying medicine, at the end of the day, after the certificate, take it to the parents. This is what you wanted. Let me go follow what I
Mm.
wanted to do.
Ah.
That's a is a pain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not, I'll keep saying it's not about you, the parent.
Yeah.
You need to align. I'm not saying there's no place for advice
Correct.
because yeah, there's a place for advice. And sometimes you can have a talent that you can use as a leisure.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
have a career, you can have a leisure. Your talent can
Mhm.
be your leisure. So it
Yeah.
depends on what kind of talent that you have.
Yeah.
You understand? So the young people should view education as a springboard that
Mm.
will help them to become an entrepreneur, help them to define themselves, help them
Mhm.
to discover themselves.
Yes.
Because I used to tell some of my kids that you just have to go to school,
Yes.
even if you want to own your business, so
Yeah.
that we've known uneducated people that are so their business is doing well,
Yeah.
but managing the finances of that business, the system of that business, you need an accountant, you need this, you need that.
Yes.
You yourself have to be educated to
Yes.
know when things are going wrong.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not, people will mismanage your business for you.
Absolutely.
People will mess things up for you,
Mm.
right? So yeah, so I want to advise the youth to partner with their parents,
Yes.
partner with your parents. And I know from 18, something we hear. I know when you talk to from
Mm.
an 18-year person between 18 and 20, before I know,
Mm.
you don't really know much.
Mm. Mm.
But that's the common word. When we want to tell them, I know. So you
Yes.
need to partner. And also the
Mm.
parents at that age too, you need to know when it changes from instructing to advising.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, because when you are still instructing an 18, 19-year-old person, you get a negative feedback
Right.
because
Yeah.
you're only going to be playing an advisory role.
Yes, and I see Majesty agrees. I'm watching her face.
Yeah.
No, like my kids from 18, from 16 technically, though
Yes.
we put our feet down in some things that are very, very core.
Yeah.
But generally, if you come and tell me you want to do this, I remember last time when my son was, at least I can remember that when my son was 16 or 17, he came to ask my husband for permission for that. My husband told him, I can only advise,
Mm,
right? Because you are just 2 years or 1 year away from being the boss of your life. So let me start
mm,
practicing it now.
mm.
Because that is a problem for parents
Yeah.
when they now see that the child that they can say, go here, sit down, go there, do this, always now is has a mind of his own.
Yes. Yes.
So it's all about collaborating because it's a very sensitive stage and you
Mm,
can lose them if you
mm.
don't, right? And when you lose them, then you have lost that responsibility that God
Yeah.
has placed.
Yeah.
Parenting is forever,
Yeah.
just that it's in different style.
Yeah.
Yeah, at certain age is different style. The way you parent a toddler is different from a teenager, is different from a young adult. It's different. But
Yeah.
where you want to parent a young adult as a teenager, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not gonna work. So I still advise the young adults or to still partner with their parents, and parents too should be understanding and understand the time and know
Yeah.
which role to play,
Yeah.
advisory or instructing.
All right. Okay. This is a lot. So, guys, this family, I just love this family, Ugochukwu Achobi family. Beautiful. What they've done, and we're not talking about what they're about to do. We're seeing what they have done, the success they have achieved. And the measure of your success is measured by the success of your children.
That's right.
So this is really great. And I know we said 15 minutes, sorry, it's longer than that, but we're gonna wrap up, come back to Princess Majesty. Okay. Your final words, I know we're going to come back with you and the whole family again in another episode. But for today, give us your final advice to young people because you are an RN registered with a bachelor's at 21 and your life is in front of you. You can do anything you want now, right? Plus the business, plus the ministry, everything. So what advice do you have to that budding 16-year-old, 18-year-old?
Um, I'll say two things that just came up on my heart. The first one is find Jesus. Oh, you actually can find Jesus. Let Jesus find you. Stop running.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah,
Oh,
let Jesus find you. Stop running. Because it doesn't matter how career driven you are if
mhm.
you don't have purpose in mind. And purpose only begins when you have Christ. That's just the
Yeah.
first one to start. And the second one is take advantage of the people that are beside you. Not beside around you.
Mm,
Mentors. That is one of the first lessons that when I came to Christ, that Jesus really locked in on me about
mm,
um is about mentorship. Like
mm,
find somebody that has walked ahead of you in the capacity that you want to walk in. For me, my love and everything was the Lord and everything. So people who are actually not just talking the talk, but actually walking the walk, people that are humble, people that are hardworking, people that are all rounded, right? The mentors that I have around me are people that don't just aren't just spiritually alive, but in everything that they do, there is excellence in it.
mhm,
And so just being around those people and being intentional about that makes you to imbibe a certain kind of discipline, a certain kind of life focus that school itself doesn't teach you. Like my mom said, school is to refine you in that thing that you're wanting to do. Don't
mm,
expect school to actually make you into who you want to be. You need to
mm.
actually be intentional about that,
Yeah.
right? And being intentional, you will not know where to start. I didn't know where to start. I did like when I first spoke to my mentor that, his name is Mr. Frank. When I first spoke to him, the reason why I went to him was because he was really good at singing and he was really good at like the technicalities. And I love to sing as well. And so I was like,
Mhm,
oh, let me learn from it. And he was also like a teacher of the word and he was, some of but then apart from that, just as God was leading me, like he's also someone that like everything that he touches, he does with excellence in like his
Mm,
non-profit organizations. He's someone that does so many things, and
mm,
his relationship with God is still so secure. And so, like, it was during those points of me just taking that next step of intentionality. What can I do today? What can I do today? So I would just advise people to just be more, a bit more intentional. Start somewhere, and you literally, and trust the Lord, right? You literally, you never, I can never imagine, like, it's not me. Like, I can't, I always tell the Lord, I'm like, I couldn't have ever dreamed it up like this. You know, always say your wildest dreams. I'm like, I literally, my dreams, I cannot even fathom where I am right now. I'm actually so,
yeah,
so grateful. So,
yeah.
yes, that's what I have to say.
Wow. Oh, I feel like this session should not end. Eh? But we're gonna see the Ugochukwu family again. Thank you so very much for your time, Mama Glory. Thank you. Thank you so much for raising such a beautiful, successful daughter, showcase, mentor, example for all young people, right? God bless you and your husband for being great parents. And Majesty, thank you for listening to your mom and dad. Okay. Thank you for listening to those mentors you talked about. Thank you. I see there's a lot of Christ and, passion about Christ in you. Thank you for letting Jesus find you, like the way
Amen.
you said it. And I know
Yes.
that your future is so bright. You're
Amen.
going to be a leader in Canada. People will come to you for advice and wisdom. You are great. And your star is unlimited, limitless.
Amen.
All right. So thank you all so very much. Again, this has been really good. We're going to see this family one more time. If you need to reach out to them, Auntie Glory, may I have your permission for you to give them your number if you want our people to reach you? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
okay.
Am I putting you on the
Yes.
spot? Are you
No,
okay
no,
with
that's
that?
fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
so say your number.
My number is 780-573-6440.
780-573-6440. If you need help with parenting, if you're struggling with your kids and you don't know what to do, talk to Mama Glory. She's done it. All right. God bless you. Thank you all so very much. Have an amazing rest of the day. God bless you, Princess Majesty.
Amen. God
Thank
bless
All
you.
right.
you.
God
Thank you so
bless
much,
you.
guys.
Thank you
All
for
right.
having us.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you. All right.